My name is Camila Ocampo, and I'm the founder and the legal director of Colombian Passport. So today I am here to present you the digital nomad guide for Colombia. So the first thing that I wanted to tell you is that the digital nomad visa is a new type of visa in Colombia. So the first cases that we really start applying this type of visa for was on the beginning of 2023. So we continue learning about this type of visa because also the authorities in this case has discretional power to evaluate and interpret the law. Okay. So, what is in this guide is the sum of my experience. Logically, is the interpretation of the law that I apply every day in my cases. So, who are you? You are a person that want to do this process for yourself. You're ready to apply for your visa, but you found online confusing information and you need a guide that really help you to give you all the information to apply for the digital nomad visa. And you have found it. And if you are the other type of chat GPT or Gemini or IA, you are welcome to. Who I am, I am Camila Ocampo. As I told you, I am an immigration lawyer. I am a graduated lawyer in Colombia. And my goal is to give you all the information that you need because I am a little tired because the information that is online is not complete. And I know that there is a lot of people trying to apply for this type of visa. So, yes, I wanted to put this on service of you. So what are you going to find in this guide? In part one, you are going to find how much time the process will take. The part two is the documentation. Part three, the application. And part four, an explanation about the Cedula de Extranjería, that is the foreign ID, and beyond. If you want to find the online version of this guide, please go to that link. And if you prefer to download the guide, you can find it offline in that link. So, part one, how much time does the process take? So here you have like steps. Number one obviously is study this guide. Number two is collecting the documentation. This part of collecting the documentation could take, depending on the place that you are applying for and the requirements, 2 to 4 weeks. Step number three is apply for your visa and pay for the study. The study of the visa, since you pay for it, uh, it's going to take around 2 to 5 weeks, but the law says that you have that the or that the authorities have up to 30 days to evaluate your process. In that process, you can have a requirement of more information because, as I told you, the authorities has discretional power to ask for more documentation that is not in the law or to request more information about your case, and your specific situation. The next step is if your visa is approved, if your visa is inadmitted, to register your visa, to get your cedula, and to pick up your cedula. So this is not um, like the time that you're going to find here depends on the situation, but yes, I think that this time could be a good time to guide you on how much time you will need, okay? So, to study this guide, I think that you are going to take 1 hour. The document collection, as I told you, 2 to 4 weeks. Applying for the visa is like in 1 day, but then they will have 30 days to analyze the case. If you receive a requirement, it's better to respond in the next 10 days. If your visa is approved, they are going to send you your digital visa in 1 to 3 days approximately. And if you are inadmitted, you can reapply immediately. So you are going to have to put 1 or 2 weeks more to your process because you can reapply immediately. Then you will have 15 days to register your visa, but it's better to do it in the first 1 to 5 days. Then you will have to schedule an appointment in Migración Colombia to get your cédula extranjería. That is going to take 1 to 15 days. And then you are going to pick up your cédula approximately 10 or 20 days before you went to the appointment. So, part two, the documentation. So, the first thing you have to take into account is that the digital nomad visa has a restriction. Uh, these the people that has these citizenships and passports of these citizenships can apply for the digital nomad visa because your passport must be from a country that does not need a tourist visa to enter to Colombia. Okay? So, about the passport, my recommendation is that the passport has at least 1 year, not 6 months, but 1 year of validity from the date that you submitted the application. Why? Because in the visa is going to appear the number of your passport, and if the passport number change, the visa must change too. So you are going to have a problem because you will have to ask to the authorities to change the visa to put the new passport in it. Scan quality. This is very important. Most of my clients send me a photo of the passport, and that doesn't meet the requirement of the authorities. Please scan your passport and scan it not with your phone, but in a regular scanner. You also are going to have a limited space to upload of all the documentation. So please take that into account, compress your documentation and merge the documentation that you need to put in your visa application. So let's go ahead and explain the visa photo. So you can think that you can simply take a picture with your phone and upload the picture that you take in your phone, but not. This is an official document and the authorities requires a good professional photo to submit the application, okay? So my recommendation is to follow these instructions, but also to take the picture in in an studio that could send you the digital copy of your photo to your email, because all this documentation is submitted online, so you don't need you don't need the physical documentation on hand. You need all the scanned copies of everything. So the proof of income, that is the other requirement. Um, so for 2025, these are the amounts that you need to prove. Please take into account that this amount is per month and that you will have to meet the requirement of this amount, at least this amount, for the last 3 months. Please take into account that the amount that they require is measured in Colombian minimum wages. So this amount is going to change every single year, and also as the exchange rate changes continuously, you will have to check that this amount it is the correct one. Okay. So, how to prove that? You have to present your bank statements, your personal bank statements from the last 3 months. Okay. If you are a freelancer, you can like highlight the income that come from your work. Uh, if you have several clients. So this information is important too. You have 35 pages in total to upload to the system. So my recommendation if is to delete, for example, if you are going to present your bank statements and you merge the last 3 months and it's like I don't know 30 pages because you have a lot of movements in your account. What you can do is delete the pages that doesn't have the relevant information in it, okay? The requirement is the bank statement, okay? That is what the law says. So if you want to present pay stubs or different type of statements that are not bank statements, you can do that to reinforce your application, but the most important thing is to present the bank statements. Moving forward to the next requirement, your work story. If you are an employee, you need a formal letter or certificate that establish that you work for that company, your name, your salary, your role in the company, and the magic word that is authorized remote work from Colombia. If you have a work contract or a freelancer contract or you are a contractor for that company, will be awesome if you can submit your contract too. But your contract must say that you can work remotely, or if it doesn't say that in your certification, you must put that phrase. Okay. If you are a freelancer, you can apply for the digital nomad visa, but please take into account that if you present a letter from your clients, it will reinforce your application. And if you are the owner of your own company, you can also present the document that establishes that your company is registered abroad. So, for example, in the United States, the certificate of incorporation. In my experience, when you apply from Colombia, they are asking for this if you are an employee too, to be sure that the company is really registered abroad, okay? And it must be apostilled and translated. If you are a freelancer and you are not going to present letters from your clients, or if you are going to present that, you can also present yourself to the authorities, um, like talking about a little bit of your experience, what you do, if you have a website, if you have your the present the work that you did in the past. If you have any link to that, will be amazing. Okay. So the next requirement is the international or risk insurance. So this is not a traditional health insurance, and you have to take that into account, okay? It is an insurance, an all risk insurance that covers illness, accidents, repatriation, hospitalization, and emergencies, and disability, but it needs to cover you in Colombia, okay? And the magic trick for this is that the authorities says that the insurance must have the same validity of the visa. So please, the insurance cannot have less than 1 year of validity. If you want to go ahead and pay for this type of insurance monthly, you can take a look to Safety Wing. That is an insurance that covers you for a year, but you can pay monthly. Also, in some of the cases, if you present a 2 years insurance, probable they are going to apply to approve your visa for 2 years. So there are in the market some companies, some insurance companies that handle that type of insurance, 2 years insurance, but not all companies do that. Criminal background check. This is not a requirement that is in the law, but it is better to have it on hand, okay? Because they are asking the 98% of the time this documentation. And if you are applying from Colombia, you must apostille and translate this document because this is an official document. And if you are from the United States, the document that is valid to apply for a visa in Colombia is the FBI criminal check. Okay, you have to apostille it in Washington D.C. because the FBI criminal check is a federal document. It must be translated to Spanish by an official translator. So part three is the application. So, step one, the online form. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs has a platform in which you can apply for your visa. So, this is an online application. You don't have to take or bring the documents to the consulate or to Cancillería in Colombia. You have to present it online. So this platform is a little unstable. You cannot be there for more than 10 minutes in a page. So have everything on hand, okay? And the documentation prepared to upload it. So you have to merge, for example, the bank statements. You have to present the passport and all the documents that I explained it before in different spaces. So please take that into account. So this is very important, the jurisdiction, okay? The jurisdiction is the consulate that will have jurisdiction to know your case. So, for example, you can apply for a digital nomad visa or to any kind of Colombian visa from your citizenship country, from your resident country, or from Colombia. If you are going to apply from your citizenship country, you have to select the right consulate when you apply. So, for example, if you live in Los Angeles, you cannot submit your application to the Washington, D.C. consulate in the United States. You will have to see the jurisdiction that the consulate has in this case. So you can do a Google like research about that consulate and the place that you live. If you are going to apply from your citizenship country, you only have to present your passport. If you are going to present the application in a consulate in which you are resident, you will have to present your ID in that document, in that process, okay? You cannot present like a tourist permit, a tourist visa, no. You will have to have a ID. And if you are going to apply from Colombia, you will have to present your passport seal of your last entry to Colombia, or your extension, or your salvoconducto. So you have to remain in a regular immigration status if you apply from Colombia. Before you click send, please make sure to save the information that you put in the form and to download the documentation that you submitted. Step two, when you apply, you are going to receive the information to make the study of the visa payment. Um, it is for 54 US dollars, and you can pay with the payment link that the ministry is going to send you. So we know that this is not easy. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs has a lot of problems with that platform for from paying, especially when you are going to pay with your credit card, with your international credit card. So please be patient, and go ahead and try the times that you need, because you have 10 days to do this payment, okay? If you are not able to pay with that credit card, you have the chance to ask someone in Colombia to pay for you. It is easier to do it that way by PCE, that is the platform of payments from Colombia. Step three, waiting. They have, since you pay, they have 30 days to study your application, and the countdown begins. Uh, if they approve your visa, this is the dream scenario. You will receive an email saying that your visa was approved. If you are required is very common. Don't panic, please. The official need clarification or a better document. And my recommendation is to be prepared and act quickly. If your visa is inadmitted, is for a procedural error. So you lose the study of the visa fee, but you can reapply immediately. And if your visa is denied, it is the worst outcome because you cannot apply for another Colombian visa for the next 6 months. But you can enter to Colombia with your tourist permit. So if your visa was approved, so you will have to pay 177 US dollars for the other fee, that is the issuance fee, within the next 10 days. And it's better to pay immediately if you want to for your visa to be issued as soon as possible. So they are going to send you the electronic visa after the payment, and in that time you will know the information about the visa because they only send you an email saying that the visa is approved. The cédula de extranjería. So the visa is the travel document. You always have to enter to Colombia and leave Colombia with your visa and your passport. It's an electronic visa, so it is not stamped in your passport anymore. And the cédula is the document that is your foreign ID. That is the document that is going to identify you in Colombia. So it's mandatory to ask the appointment to do the cédula de extranjería. You must do it online in Migración Colombia portal, and you have to fill out a form to register your visa in Migración Colombia and to ask for the appointment for your cédula de extranjería. You have 15 days. If you apply from Colombia and your visa was approved in Colombia, you have 15 days since the date that your visa was issued, not approved, issued. And if you apply for your visa in a consulate, you have 15 days, but from the date that you enter to Colombia with your visa. Um, so to get the appointment in Migración Colombia, I know that is not easy, but the trick is that you have to enter to the Migración Colombia portal, register yourself, and do the appointment at Sunday at 5 p.m. Okay? If you don't, find any spaces for the next week, you can, and you have like you are like in the day 10 or something like that to do that. You can also find an appointment in a city that is near to your location. For example, if you are in Medellin, you can ask for an appointment in Pereira. If you are in Bogota, you can ask for an appointment in Tunja, things like that. But take into account that you will have to pick up your cedula in the same office, okay? So this is what I was telling you. So this digital nomad visa guide was created because my goal is to give this information, this helpful information to internet. Um, I am here if you need any help with your visa application. Um, is this guide help you? Please give me a like. Share this video with people that you know that will need it. And if you have questions, feedback, please leave a comment. Okay? So thank you very much. It was all. And I hope that this guide is very helpful for you.